Hey guys, it is that panda guy, and I'm here with you guys for an hour. I'm not sure if I'll cut it off. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna cut off my audio at some point. But I'm gonna kind of explain what was going on. There wasn't like a lot in this Pompeii event I enjoyed, and I feel like my explanations are gonna be really bad, and I might just be rambling on because I want to fill time and I still want to talk to you guys and make sure you guys are interested. You guys see me sitting on the screen for a bit because I was basically going through my computer and I didn't know that I had troops in my hospital, so I was a little bit late on this account, but whatever. You see, we're fighting FRC from Region 5, and I was actually really disappointed by this fight, and I do want to say that FRC are not a bad team. They're still good. They're still decent. They aren't weak or anything, right? It was just a bad matchup. I feel like the difference was too much. We have too much of a experience gap. We have better heroes. It's just way too much, and we just overpowered them too much. We didn't even have our main force really here. I mean, we had like some of our main players, but I feel like Nine and Penguin are really good fighters, and we just never have them for Pompeii because the time zone is really bad. You guys see me here, I'm like, I don't even know who FRC is. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know who FRC was. You see me actually idle here for about 2 minutes. I don't want to like bore you guys, but you guys see me look around. My computer was lagging really hard at the beginning, and I think it's because when Pompeii starts, it's like a bunch of stuff just like kind of rushes my computer maybe. I'm not really sure how that works and why it does that, but my computer starts freaking out and it's just a pain. But you guys are gonna see me run it down over here, go kind of crazy. I had a whole game plan, and that's one reason I was actually kind of annoyed, because I actually had a game plan for PLW, right? The thing is, I want to say I love fighting PLW. They're really good opponents. They know what they're doing, and they are really coordinated, and it makes it so much more fun fighting these guys. I do want to say my team did an amazing job at holding them down on the right side of the map, because basically they actually got hard focused over there. So you guys are going to see me actually run down the left side, and yeah, I was talking about my PC lagging. You guys are going to see me run down the left side of the map, right? And it was really weird because I do end up overrunning these guys, but they focus nobody over here, and I guess I kind of can understand because they didn't really want to maybe fight me, or maybe they just wanted to focus the other side of the map and maybe overrun it. My team did a really good job. My alliance members, I will say, they did goof up, because when we went for helipad, or I went for helipad, I was trying to become, so I wanted to be the only person porting over to left side helipad, and I don't think some people got the message or the memo. And I mean, it's fine because we still won, we did all right, but people got to understand that next time. And they ported over, and I actually audibly started getting like so mad. Like I think my mother was sleeping, and probably woke her up because I was so annoyed. I was like, what the heck are these guys doing? Like, why are they over here? But yeah, I mean, I was just chilling. I thought I sent all my marches, and you're going to see me notice that I don't have my 5th march. I actually end up starting to pull my garrison captains out of structures back here, because I was originally going to do a whole strategy, and these guys aren't small, right? Like, they're a 2.8 billion alliance, so I thought, okay, these guys are going to put up a nasty fight. And not to say that they're weak, but the fight was just really lackluster, and I mean, there wasn't really much they could do to fight us, and it was just really overwhelming for them. You guys see me stand still here a lot, and I'm gonna be idling a lot because I get on my ults, but I do want to say I wasn't fighting as much on my ults. I was idling a lot more because I was honestly really bored this event. I don't try to sound disrespectful when I say it, but I was actually really bored. Like, I didn't enjoy it that much. It wasn't really super fun, because I feel like you need to be challenged to have fun in these type of events, or like you need a good challenge. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I sent my marches out on my PC. If you guys watch my PC version, which honestly I don't even recommend watching it because it was so bad. I wasn't really doing much. I was just idling around most of the time. But you can watch it if you really want. But if you do watch my PC version, you're going to see me send out some of my marches. I was really uncoordinated this time around. It was like, I think I saw our enemies, and I just didn't care so much, right? Like, I feel like I just fell apart, and I dropped my whole strategy, because I had a strategy where I was going to be rallying a lot more. I wasn't going to be swarming on the field like I like to do, right? But I mean, it came down to it, and I was like, there's not really much to do. So I'm just going to start swarming around, right? Like, I just decided to start hammering my marches around the field. Because, I mean, there was nobody reinforcing the structures. PLW does, like, a great job at reinforcing and kind of, like, putting multiple batches of marches on the field, right? Like, they have groups of players working together, marching around together, and they're just super coordinated. And that's what I love about PLW. They're so good at that. And, I mean, that's just something I can't relate. I mean, of course I actually can't relate. It was a joke because obviously, like, I can swim around the field. But, I mean, they're, like, so good at setting up into 3 groups and marching around. Like, I really want to apply PLW. When it comes to Pompeii, it is so fun fighting them because you have to be really, really on top of it, you know? So it's just really fun fighting them. Because you're just going to see me run it down over here, though. I'm trying to get my alts marches out here. I'm kind of, like, struggling right now because I don't know. I feel like I don't even, like, I wasn't super focused today. Like, I was really out of it. Like, even without these guys, I'm not sure I'd be fighting my top game because, like, I was just out of it today. I do want to mention that I will be recording a lot of Coco Island War on the 12th through 16th. So I do hope it's a lot of fun and I can get you guys a lot of content because I really do want to get you guys some good videos from, Coco Island. I feel like that's going to be so fun watching just the chaos and mayhem unfold. Because, I mean, troops are going to be recompensated, and that means just everybody's going to be more willing to fight like monsters and just zero themselves out trying to get kills, you know? Also, guys, I'm going to be talking a lot about stuff that isn't involving Pompeii just because I want to pass the time and I kind of want to explain my future goals or whatever, kind of moving forward with stuff in the game. I mean, I feel like this Pompeii, like I've been saying, is pretty lackluster and I don't want to focus on it a lot because then I'm going to be just stumbling on my words, you know? So I'm going to just kind of explain as I go and then explain other stuff. So you see some people start porting in here, and sorry if I sit on the hospital screen a bit. I was looking at my alts, but when you see me come out, there's like multiple people over here, and I was actually kind of pissed off. I was like super pissed off because I feel like we talked about it so much, and then I had people pour it down here, right? Like I was trying to coordinate my members to the other side, and then I port over here, and I focus this side of the map because me myself, like I feel like I control a pretty sturdy force of accounts, right? Especially if I'm coordinated properly. And they poured like 4 people over here, and there's almost nobody on the other helipad to fight, right? Like I have 7 accounts myself. Almost all of them with tier 5, and these guys are coming down here. Like, I don't need a full, army down here. And the thing is, like, I get it. Fled, he's not used to fighting this. Neither is Knight, and neither is Darish, right? Like, none of these guys are used to fighting in Pompeii. I'm pretty sure they're really new to it and really fresh, but it was just a little bit annoying to see that them porting down. I was just a little bit annoyed because I thought I had like made it clear, and it was in Discord, but not everybody was able to like look at that, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna blame our teammates. We still did really well, so I'm not really like super complainty this time around. I mean, I am complaining a lot because I was pissed, but I mean, I'm gonna try to tone it down to make the video more entertaining. But basically, see me work down to this operation base, and what I was thinking of was so basically I have like a really hero difference, I have troop difference, I have research difference on like all these players, right? Like I'm gonna say it as it is. I'm much stronger than any other members, right? And honestly, if I swarm with my marches, I can easily just overpower these guys in these structures, and I could take 1 or 2 operation bases at least if they were properly reinforcing or garrisoning stuff, and I could probably get away with it pretty easily, right? With like around 3 marches, I think I could get away with it because they weren't super focused on the side. And then I come over here and I notice they're not reinforcing stuff at all. They have like 1 or 2 people just slowly moving their marches over here. And it was so weird because I wasn't like checking the map a lot. I was sending my marches around. Like you see me idling here a lot. But I was sending my marches around. And then I was like, wait a minute. This is so weird because I don't see any action over here. Nothing. Like nobody's focusing their troops over here. And you're going to see later, they basically have either everyone in spawn. They have 1 dude on my helipad, like my side of the map. And then they have all the other people on the other helipad. And I'm like, bro, give me a break. Fight me like a man. Fight me like a man. But I mean, I was kind of on my own fighting over here. A little bit boring, but I mean, what do? You gotta make the most out of it. I also don't know if I mentioned, but at the end of the video, I do go through the reports. So if you want to see the reports, you can always speed through and just look at them. They were pretty nice reports overall. I mean, I usually get pretty good trades, especially on my main. So, I mean, yeah. You're going to see me swarming a lot of people on the other helipad, though. So maybe that will be pretty entertaining for you guys. I mean, any fun is good fun. You don't really get to see much good footage for the first bit here. I mean, I didn't really have much action this Pompeii, so I was just struggling. Also, honestly, I might end up just going silent eventually, especially when it comes to the more end of the battle. I'm not really sure if I want to talk over everything, especially when I'm just like sitting around for so long. I don't know. I mean, I'll think of it as I go on, right? Like I usually improvise these commentaries for you guys. I kind of want to just keep you guys entertained. Maybe you guys will flow along with my voice and be like, "Oh yeah, that panda guy, thank you." I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Okay, I hope you guys don't hate me though. You know, I try to make these videos entertaining, okay? I do think about you guys as I record or as I fight, right? Like I was kind of frustrated because I wanted to entertain you guys. You guys see me look down at this helipad, by the way, and I'm looking and I'm like, bro, there's nobody on it. There's one guy. Let me just share this in chat and take it real quick. So I just put one account on this thing, and I mean, Liam's a good early game, Garrison. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, Liam is not gonna do nothing. Like Liam is literally, he's useless in this case. Really, I hate to say it, but Liam is like of no use fighting this. Like he's basically useless, at least in Pompeii against big players like me. And I don't try to like sound cocky. I never try to sound cocky in my videos, but I mean, like, generally speaking, I am a bigger player. I am pretty massive, you know, guy, right? Like, and it's like, you're not gonna be able to fight me with Liam. You need better garrison captains. And I kind of want to just point this out. Like, if you're gonna be fighting Pompeii, find your strongest players and have them split between the buildings for their strongest garrison captains, and then you guys reinforce behind that. Because the garrison captain's going to be doing all the work, right? Like, you can't have these little small guys trying to reinforce or hold these structures for you. It made no sense for their whole team to go over to the helipad and then leave me to just rampage through these outposts, right? Like, I was just given free reign, and I feel like that was really just poorly done by their team. Like, I really don't want to just be disrespecting them, but I do think they could have done way better. You know, like, they could have done way better at managing and holding stuff down. I just wasn't fighting so much on, especially my alts. Like I said, my PC version was pretty bad. So the most you're going to see, the most footage you're going to see is earlier out, where I'm kind of fighting out for helipad and stuff. You actually see me take helipad in the bottom left of the map. I'm not looking at it on this screen, but I am fighting them on my PC right now. You're gonna be able to see a bit of it. I know I did get some of the recording in near the end. If I scroll down, you guys will see me swarming them. But yeah, I mean, these guys wanted their buildings back so bad. They did have a few in, like, what I didn't get was that nobody tried to teleport down the helipad over here, while like half of them stayed in their spawn, like their zone, and then the other half basically teleported to other helipad, which I just didn't make a lot of sense to me. I feel like they just didn't. I don't even know how to explain that. Also, I'm stupid because I left this freaking operation base to attack this march, and I didn't even notice. Like, I just gave them the operation base, which, I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't a big deal, but that kind of stuff can change the outcome of the battle. Like, I need to keep a better eye on that, because basically I do this hit all command, and although after your marches are already in the structure, when you hit all, basically it won't choose the march like automatically, but if you already have it selected when you take over the base, it'll just take that march out of there. Like, it won't really consider, since it's garrisoning, right? Like, you have to go into the hit all, or you have to turn it off or something, right? And it's just hard when you're going through so many accounts to constantly click that on and off, like micro that. But yeah, I just swarmed this thing back down. I'm like, give me this mess, you freaking crackhead. Give me that, boy. and I just take it back. You also get to see me swarming this dude a little bit more. I don't really know how big he was because I didn't even look. I just decided to swarm. I knew that like, the biggest dude was like 50 million. So I was like, there's no way these guys are going to be able to do anything. I'm just going to do him dirty over here. Oh yeah, and Myth in chat was talking about how he's not registered. I felt bad because I was so sure that I registered him. So hopefully next time I can get him registered. I felt really bad, like honestly. I don't know. I felt so bad for Myth. And anybody who made it this far, like, I'm probably going to say this again in another video, and another video, and another video, but I really do appreciate you guys for watching my videos. It makes my day, and hearing you guys come on Doomsday, messaging me in English chat, just everything, it makes my day. Like, I hope you guys do know that I really do enjoy that, and you guys just make me feel so much better about posting, make me want to post, and just hearing you guys say, yeah, you helped me, you made me better at the game, it just makes me feel better, makes me play better. And I do appreciate you guys and all your constant support and you returning the videos. Like it makes me want to make more videos, and it's the reason why I keep doing these, so if you enjoy my videos, maybe let me know in the chat. I do check those out, I do read the messages, and I do appreciate it, trust me, I really do. Alright, but yeah, you guys see me reinforcing the structure with my, I forget what her freaking name is, but you see the march I'm using, right? And it's not like the primary march I'd use to reinforce a structure. So it was not planned. Let me just say that. It was not planned. I didn't plan to reinforce with that troop, that hero. I mean, it worked out though, to hold off long enough, so it was fine. You guys see my marches chasing this one thing, and I decide, you know what? I'm about to just take on this outpost. Like I'm already over here. I'm about to just start swarming these outposts. And the thing is, like I said earlier, these guys were not reinforcing nothing, so it made it way too easy for me to do this. And they also had another big issue. So after I take these outposts, I do work my way down to their helipad, and I was actually expecting them to probably take over some of these structures, right? Like I was expecting them to take over, like, a few outposts back while I was fighting their other members. But nobody really did anything. And even if they did, they only took over like 1 or 2 outposts, And then you just see me wandering around. Like, I feel like I started like getting bored around this. And then I see these marches. And I feel like I really just drop off after I fight on helipad. I think you guys get to see it soon. But you'll get to see me swarming their bases down. You get to see me work up there. I actually try to swarm down these marches because I noticed that they've been fighting like up here at this outpost for like the longest time. And I decided these guys are just going to keep swimming marches up there. Keep fighting. So I might as well just work my way up to their helipad and just beat them down, Might as well. And they're sending a lot of farming marches. I don't know if you guys see how small these ones are, like that are heading under my screen right now. But they were like little farm, I think like maybe 10 troop marches or whatever, just wandering around the map. So I mean, I just started ignoring these troops at some point. And honestly, at this point, I should have pulled my Rhaegar march just to start fighting, but I didn't do it because I just wanted to be safe. But honestly, at this point, I should have recognized that there was basically no way that they were going to win. Like, there was no way they were going to win, to be honest. Like, no way in any world these guys were beating us at this point. But I think these guys started trying to work up the map, and I thought before I head up or anything, I'm just going to swarm these. And I think after I'm done swarming these, I start working up to the helipad. Because I swarm these marches because I just want to get them out of the way. I don't like having no variables. I think they were trying to go for the biohazard chemical. And honestly, I honestly don't even know what it does. I think it gives you like 2,000 points. But I could really care less about biohazard chemical thing. I just leave that to my members. My members do their job. So I trust them to get that stuff. And then I just focus on like outposts and kind of force people to pay attention. Actually, I lied. They're going up to this outpost. But I do think some people were heading for the middle of the map to try to fight for that biohazard stuff. But I mean, at some point, they just can't fight. They run out of troops. And I mean, to be honest, to be fair, these guys got smacked on the case of like troop kill ratio Whereas we killed like 17 million troops, they killed like 2 million, right? And in that case, I do want to, like, I think I've said this already, but I give them such huge applause for the fact that they only healed like 1 million troops out of all those troops, because a lot of people wouldn't be so disciplined in saving their speed ups. Also recognizing that this battle was pretty much lost and being like, yeah, there's absolutely zero reason to heal here unless I'm just trying to screw myself over. Like, I feel like that's such a, you just got to understand that. Like, you're low-key screwing yourself over if you're trying to heal in this situation. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what this dude was doing. I think after I take out this march, you see me work up the map. I know I keep saying it, but I'm like 90% sure. I take out this march, and then I start working up towards the helipad. And you guys are going to get to see some rad tad swarms out here in a second. You guys are... Oh yeah, look, you guys are going to see a little bit of chaos, and you guys are going to see these guys. Oh yeah. It was a lot of like... I'm sorry I keep smacking my lips. It was a lot of like 40, 50 million players up there. And then some, like, smaller guys. But, I mean, I just swarmed them one by one. You don't really get to see the reports on my main account because my main account was late. But you do get to just watch me swarm them down a bit. I mean, I just beat their marches into oblivion. And you guys are going to see some reports at the end of the video anyways, because they go over after the Pompeii ends. So, yeah. Okay, and I just about to chase this march like a freaking madman. And then I think I swap over to my PC and I start trying to send my marches. Yep. Sorry, guys. It is pretty awkward trying to talk for a long period of time and just blab. Like I want you guys to know I really do my best to entertain. Like, I do struggle quite a bit. You guys get to see me smack these guys. They started 1v1ing my freaking... Naoko March or whatever her name is. They started trying to 1v1 my March, and it made no sense. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you are not gonna 1v1 my March and beat her. Like just because like their level is like way too low, right? Like, they're way too weak, and their heroes aren't good enough. Like, I don't try to say that disrespectfully, but it's just true. Like, the power difference in most of the players was just insane. Like, even these guys, they had freaking gathering heroes on their walls. Like, half of them did. And I mean, to be fair, they were fighting, so that's probably why. But they had all their heroes out, and I just, like, got easy swarms on them and basically immobilized them right away. Like, that is, like, the perfect time to swarm people when they have, like, all 5 marches fighting around helipad. Just, like, go in and start smacking their base, get free injures. I mean, of course, in my case, even if I got swarmed, it'd be pretty hard to take me out of the fight super fast, because I got 3 million tier 5 troops. And it's so hard for me to run out, at least, like, anytime soon, right? Like, it takes me ages. So I don't really know why Atrax said GG in chat, because I think he does end up teleporting down to this helipad. So he said, I'm back to base and teleport, GG all. So I think, like, I don't know if he thought the fight was over or what, because I'm kind of confused, because he ends up porting in and still continuing to fight. So I don't know, his little words always confuse me. I also do end up smacking the same base over and over for like the longest time, and it was so weird because I smacked like the same 3 dudes so many times. And you gotta understand, in Pompeii, if your base is burning, it pops out so fast. And I don't know what you need to do to extinguish the flames, like if you have to spend gems too or whatnot. But these guys, like, wouldn't port no matter how many times I burned them. So I don't know if they, like, spent, like, 1,000 gems just to stay here, because I kept burning them. Like, I just kept tapping their base. So it's so weird that they didn't port after, like, years. It's going to be this tiger dude and 2 dudes in the bottom right corner that don't teleport for, like, years. But, yeah. About the time after this swarm, I'm probably going to stop talking. And I do apologize. I'll try to come back now and then. But it's just like, it gets really boring. And this video is pretty demoralizing for me. I'm going to be honest. Like, it was not fun to make. And I don't really want to talk in this video, because it's just, I'm going to be talking about nonsense the whole time. You know, like, I don't want to talk about nonsense. I don't want to just blab on about Kahui. Guys get to see the chaos unfolding though. Even if someone teleports or whatever, or you boot their base, their marches are gonna stay. So some of these people still have their marches over here. And I mean, some people were just swarming their marches, but I was focusing the bases and leaving that to my members. Because I mean, my members started porting in and they were just handling this stuff with ease. With these. You see another gathering here in the top left corner. Like, it's crazy. These guys were just feeding. And this tiger dude was not weak, right? Like, I swarmed his base, and I will say, I lost, like, a lot of troops, especially my alts, and he had Russell as his main hero. And I really don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I think it was his main hero the whole time, because even when all his marches are back home, I swear, it was still Russell in his wall. So I'm so confused why Russell was his wall hero, right? Like, I don't know why Russell was his wall hero. It's a bad wall hero. It's not a good wall hero. I mean, he's not. I will say, out of the epic heroes, Russell is probably one of the better ones, just because of his flexibility. But he's not built for your wall. Use like Regro, Martin, somebody, right? Like, I don't know why his first option was Russell. But I mean, to be fair, Russell does have that little healing effect. I don't know if I forget if it works against actual players or not. But I mean, he was really strong, to be fair. This dude was 50 million might, so it does explain why swarming him was still a little bit more painful, even with Russell as well. If he had raid grow, it was possible he could have put me out of commission for a little bit, at least with my other accounts, because like my other accounts were losing a lot of troops trying to fight this dude down. Like, it was actually like really painful, in all honesty. See me swap over the target beside him and come back, and I actually swarm this dude for like ages, even if I'm not looking at him. Like, I have a march on him at all times, just constantly hitting his base, and he doesn't TP for like 20 years. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you guys get to see the action, though. It ended up getting pretty boring. Like, after this, it gets pretty boring. About this time, it actually starts getting boring, because the troops start dying, and I just don't know what to do. I mean, I feel like I'm just fighting the same thing over and over. Just keep swarming their bases. And, I mean, it's fun to an extent, but when you do it too long, it just starts stagnating. Especially when there's nothing really on the line, right? Like, that's why I'm so excited for Coco Island, because it's so much different, right? Like, I feel like people don't understand that no matter how well you do in Pompeii or how good you might dominate your enemy, that doesn't mean that you're a better team. I mean, your coordination with your group of players that go into Pompeii is probably better. Your strategy is probably better in Pompeii, but that doesn't mean you're going to be better on the battlefield. And it doesn't mean the same results are going to be the exact same. For example, you guys see how reckless I'm fighting here. If I'm fighting on the actual battlefield, it might be different, right? Like, I might be fighting better. I might be losing a lot less because I'll have all my marches coordinating and I'll have way more time. Like, when you think about it, it's like 1 hour and I'm rushed and I feel like I have to move as fast as possible. It doesn't matter how much I lose, because I mean, I'm not going to lose anything for real. And it's going to be the same for Coco Island, but I'm still going to be preserving my troops to a sense. Or like, I'm not going to be throwing them away without getting the maximal value out of every death, right? Like, you got to understand, I'm going to be getting maximal value out of every troop that dies when I'm fighting on Coco Island. And I'm either going to be like rallying, or I'm going to be swarming with all 5 of my marches in my main, or I'll be doing this strategy. And I don't know if I should be telling you guys my strategy, but I'll tell you guys, because, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, people are going to figure out, they're going to figure out. So what I was thinking of was, so when you teleport, you can basically teleport with reinforcements in your base and basically transport them. So what I was thinking I was going to do was, I was going to maybe reinforce myself and teleport with troops in my base as like a transportation thing. And I would reinforce each of my bases. So, like, think of it as 5 accounts, right? I would put reinforcements from each of the accounts that are going to go fight in each other's bases. So, like, if Pandy's going to fight, I'll put a reinforcement in Catspina. And then I'll put Catspina's reinforcements in Pandy. And the point of this is, so my marches will technically already be out on the field without me having to hold on the ground for each march, right? Like, I don't know. That might be big brain for you guys. I feel like that is really big brain strategies coming out for me. But like I'll be able to teleport and without having to hold down on the field to get my marches out in the field, I'll already have all my marches ready. And that kind of gives me the surprise advantage because I feel like if I port in and I spend, let's say, 3 minutes trying to get all my marches ready, because I don't want to just swarm base with one march going in, taking first contact, and the other march is just slowly walking behind it, right? Like you want them to be hitting at the same time, maximizing every troop's value, maximizing the trades, everything. So I want all the troops to already be ready, and I want to coordinate my swarms. I don't want to just have them all going 1-1-1-1, right? Or it's just one troop going in and then one other march hitting like 3 seconds later. And you guys got to understand, 3 seconds can change such a huge amount in the battle. And even if it doesn't, the amount of troops you're losing is going to be so much more than you actually would have to lose, right? Like, just play smart. I feel like that's the biggest thing. You just got to play smart with the deaths you're going to be getting on your accounts, or the troop deaths. I think I ended up porting an account down here by me to kind of focus that march you see walking past. But yeah, I have this solo march just battling it out with these guys over here. But like I was just a freaking one-man army with that march. Like that dude was living for years. That march was not going down. You guys see me swarm this dude like a million times and I burn him each time, so I don't know how he's still here. Like I feel like he put out a fire a million times. It just made no sense how this dude was still standing with his balls just not dropping. They were just stiff as could be. Like they were stiff as a freaking board. But yeah, I mean, I kind of get bored after swarming for so long, and I'm probably going to cut off my audio soon. I'll let you guys know before I do it, but I mean, yeah, I'll try to talk a little bit throughout the video maybe, but I'm not really sure. I mean, it's just, I just feel discouraged from this battle. I just want to lay down and just close my eyes and enjoy myself. I might try to make another video explaining something like rage, or I don't know, for you guys, because I know you guys might want to know that kind of information. Yeah, I'm probably about to cut off my audio though, because it gets pretty boring. Like if you want to just play some music in the background or you want to speed it up, that is up to you. I mean, I'm gonna cut off my audio now though, and I mean, you guys do you. Thank you for watching. All right, guys, I just wanted to pop in real quick because I started chatting here, and I feel kind of bad. I literally don't want to disrespect FRC at all. They did their best. They did a valiant effort, and I want to kind of respond to what I said here. So I said, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, we do need PLW again. I need a strong opponent to face. That's the only way to grow. I feel like fighting an opponent that just you get, you're steamrolling. It's just no fun, right? Like, and I did say these guys are a newer region, and I assumed they were like region, let's say like maybe 7, 8 or something, but they were region 5. So I feel kind of like I disrespected them, and I don't want them to think I disrespected them. And they didn't waste heals. They did really good on that. I look back at that, and they did so amazing when it came to heals. Like, they did so good, and I applaud them. I so applaud them. Like, I'm so glad the message is going across to people that spinning your heals in Pompeii is one of the biggest ways you can ever do. Like, it is such a waste. But yeah, I mean, you guys can keep watching the video. It's about to end anyways, and you're about to just be able to look at some reports. So I do hope the reports are very appealing to you guys. And I mean, that was really it. I do hope you guys have a good day, and peace out. Have a nice one.